Good afternoon. It's time for Volusia Magazine. I'm Amber Patterson. Today we have the opportunity to join Volusia Here and Now reporter Joanne Magley for some insight into the county's recycling program. Then health reporter Stephanie Strong will bring us a report from the Volusia County Health Department about National Public Health Week, which is right around the corner. And finally, we'll join Community Information Director Dave Byron in the studio for a chat with Health Department Director Dr. Bonnie Sorensen. Those segments, news, and more coming up on Volusia Magazine. Stay tuned. The official start of hurricane season is still a couple months away, but now is the time to get prepared, and that means purchasing flood insurance. With lessons learned from Tropical Storm Faye and the May 2009 rain event, Volusia County emergency management officials are encouraging property owners to consider the purchase of flood insurance.
If you live in Florida, it can flood. A lot of people that live in Florida on the western side of the county seem to think that they live in a high area and that it can never flood at their home, but it can. It was proven during Tropical Storm Faye over in the DeBerry area. They were in a high area and it would never flood, but it was proven that it can flood under the right circumstances. So everyone needs to have flood insurance if you live in Florida. Your regular homeowner's insurance will not cover rising water.
Flood insurance is available through the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, for homes, condominiums, apartments, and commercial structures. According to the National Flood Insurance Program, flooding is the #1 most common natural disaster in the United States. There is a 26% chance of experiencing a flood during the life of a 30-year mortgage in high-risk flood areas.
Don't wait until it's too late. There's a 30-day waiting period when you purchase flood insurance for it to come into effect. You cannot get flood insurance if we have a named storm impacting our coastline.
For more information about the National Flood Insurance Program, contact your insurance agent or you can call 800-427-4661. Flying Daytona Beach International Airport is just plain easy, and it's also convenient for business travelers. The airport has a complimentary business center that travelers can use, which is supported by the county's Economic Development Division. The 720-square-foot food center at the end of the concourse near gates 5 and 6 offers Wi-Fi internet hookups, privacy desks with comfortable chairs, charging stations, and a printer. But Steve Cook, Business Development Director for the airport, said there's much more that makes flying out of Daytona Beach convenient for business travelers.
Well, we have a number of things at our terminal. We have very short walking distances from the parking lot back and forth to the terminal. Many airports don't have this. You have long lines. We don't have that. We have a very convenient security check-in station. The most modern equipment that the TSA has out there is available at our airport. We can get you through your security check-in easily, comfortably, in record time. If you have something that has to be surrendered to the TSA, we actually have a mailback system where we will send whatever the object is back to your home address at no cost to you. So we provide that. Down by the ticketing area, we have a weather and flight tracking kiosk, which is operated by Embry-Riddle, and that's open for the customer. You can see what the weather is and the destination that you're traveling to. We also have flight tracking, where if you know the flight number of the plane you're interested in, you can see exactly where it is in the system, when it's going to land, and so you have very, very exact information at your beck and call at Daytona Beach International Airport.
Daytona Beach International Airport also has a conference room available for on-site business meetings. The 3,000-square-foot Volusia room is on the second level of the main terminal and features a 1,300-square-foot pre-function area, ideal for greeting arrivals and socializing. For more information, you can visit flydaytonafirst.com and click on Business Passengers. If you want to send your kids to camp this summer but can't afford it, you might be eligible for one of Volusia County's summer camp scholarships. The scholarships are available to children from low-income families in Volusia County. To be eligible, kids must be between the ages of 5 and 14, and 5-year-olds must have completed kindergarten. Summer camp programs will be held at various schools, churches, and community centers throughout the county. Registration and weekly fees vary by site. The scholarships are available through Volusia County's Community Assistance Division. Applications are available in Volusia County libraries and human services offices and online at volusia.org/community_assistance/applications.htm.
The camps are funded with funding approved by the Volusia County Council out of our general fund. The summer camp includes a variety of activities, games, they go on field trips, all kinds of sports. They just have a variety of different activities from camp to camp.
Completed applications will be accepted at these times and these locations. 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday, April 3rd at the Daytona Beach Regional Library at City Island, 105 East Magnolia Avenue. 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Thursday, April 5th at the Daytona Regional Library, 2150 Eustis Avenue. 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Friday, April 13th in the first floor training rooms of the Thomas C. Kelly Administration Center at 123 West Indiana Avenue in DeLand. After April 13th, applications must be submitted to Volusia County's Community Assistance Division, which is located at 110 West Rich Avenue in DeLand. Applications will be placed on a waiting list until an opening becomes available. For more information, you can call 386-736-5955, extension 12324.
Hi, I'm Frank Bruno, your Volusia County Chair. Each year we face the threat of hurricanes and other natural disasters. We all need to do our part in being prepared. Take the time to develop a disaster plan with your loved ones. Have a disaster supply kit and a plan to evacuate. And don't forget to plan for small children, the elderly, and your pets. For more information, visit volusia.org.
Reduce, reuse, and recycle, the 3 R's for waste management. When you put your recyclables to the curb, you're helping to reduce the amount of trash that goes into the landfill. And as Volusia Here and Now reporter Joanne Magley explains, you're also helping to create some new products from recyclables.
Florida's Solid Waste Management Act, passed in 1988, requires that each county reduce its solid waste disposal by 30% through waste reduction and recycling programs. And Volusia County is meeting this goal. The county has contracted with Gel Recycling for more than 16 years to process recyclables collected throughout Volusia County.
We've grown with Volusia County. We consider this a public-private partnership, and this great partnership has allowed us to evolve and to be able to give a nice program for the residents of Volusia County.
Gene Evans is the president of GEL, which has a production facility at the county's Tomoka landfill and processes all of the curbside recyclables for unincorporated Volusia County and the cities.
In Volusia County, we have a two-sort system program where the fiber, which is the paper, is in one container, the truck, and the containers are in the other, which is your plastic, steel, aluminum, and glass. It's put on a conveyor sort system, and we sort the material by grade and how we can market it. The plastic into its 3 different grades, which is PET, HDP natural, we call it, which is like the milk jugs, and then HDP color, which is your Clorox and Tide bottles.
And GEL recycles lots of cardboard.
All of the cardboard that comes into the plant is picked up by a Jacksonville mill who turns it back into new cardboard boxes.
The plant has sophisticated machinery in place that separates the plastics from glass and cans. A magnet pulls out the steel cans, and then the rest goes through 2 optical sorters.
It comes over the conveyor, and there's the light on that piece of tile right there, and it actually tells you what kind of plastic it is, and it blows it into either bin.
After the recyclables are sorted, They are baled and readied for delivery to a number of manufacturers in the United States and globally. Soda bottles can be made back into a fiber which can be used for clothing or carpeting. Colored plastics can be made into products like paint buckets, which are found at big named home improvement stores. Recycled glass also has many uses.
We take the glass and take it to our Orange City plant and process some of it, but it can be made into a road-based product and also into sandblasting media and filter media.
Evans says many people don't know what happens to the recyclables and that education is critical.
We encourage tours to come out to the plant so they can see what happens with the products that they put at the curb.
And remember to complete the recycling circle by purchasing goods produced with recycled content. For Volusia Here and Now, I'm Joanne Magley.
For more information on recycling, including what items you can recycle and tips on reducing and reusing, visit volusia.org/recycle. You know, National Public Health Week is April 2nd through 8th, and this year's theme is A Healthier America Begins Today. With nearly 1 million Americans dying every year from diseases that could be prevented, even small preventative changes and community initiatives can make a big difference in living healthier lives. Some ways for you to make a difference in your community would be promoting physical activity and healthy eating, reducing alcohol and drug use, and encouraging proper hand washing to prevent the spread of germs. Public Health Week is also a time to raise awareness to the programs and services offered at the Volusia County Health Department. Public Information Officer Stephanie Strong has a spotlight for you in this segment of Community Health Matters.
We are the Volusia County Health Department. We are public health.
Public health is greater than just personal health, greater than just your relationship with your own doctor. Public health is responsible for our entire community. We're held responsible to protect our entire population during times of disaster, as well as to try to prevent the spread of infectious diseases should they come into our community.
The Volusia County Health Department provides a number of public health programs and services. These are broken down into 5 strategic focus areas. Assure access to health care, encourage a healthy environment, prevent disease and protect health, promote healthy living, and organization. Assure access to health care. Our health centers offer women's health services, including family planning and maternity care. Child and adult immunizations are offered, including influenza vaccines and pneumonia shots. The Health Department participates in the federal government's no-cost Vaccines for Children program. Travel shots and rabies shots are available. The Florida Breast and Cervical Cancer Early Detection Program offers no-cost mammograms and pap smears to eligible women 50 to 64 years old who have limited income and no health insurance. There are dental health centers in both Daytona Beach and DeLand offering quality oral health care to eligible children. Oral health care is available for eligible pregnant women and adults. Encourage a healthy environment. The Health Department protects your water in a number of ways. The water you drink is protected under the Safe Drinking Water Act. Water treatment plants are monitored and inspected. The Florida Healthy Beaches program tests ocean water, and swimming advisories are issued when levels are too high. Water is tested at natural bathing places. Public swimming pools and spas are inspected. It is recommended that private well owners get their wells checked annually for bacteria and nitrogen. Irrigation systems and septic tanks are inspected by our experts. The Volusia County Environmental Health Laboratory performs water tests. The Health Department conducts food hygiene inspections at school cafeterias, detention centers, bars, fraternal civic organizations, and theaters, sanitation and safety inspections at schools, foster homes, residential facilities, body piercing and tattooing salons, migrant housing units, mobile home parks, and campgrounds. The Health Department offers a biomedical waste program and the Community Use Sharps Disposal Program. Prevent disease and protect health. The health department provides testing, treatment, and counseling for HIV/AIDS, sexually transmitted diseases, and tuberculosis. The health department monitors diseases and conditions that affect the public's health. Epidemiologists work to investigate and stop the spread of infectious diseases in our community. Health department nurses and other staff are trained to work in special needs shelters during public health emergencies, working closely with Volusia County Emergency Management. The health department is recognized as Project Public Health Ready by national experts. Our Vital Statistics Office, located in Daytona Beach, registers and issues death records and birth certificates. One of our most utilized programs is the Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infants, and Children, known as the WIC Program. This important program offers no-cost food vouchers for WIC-approved foods, breastfeeding support, and health education for eligible women and children up to 5 years old. 88 people died daily in the state of Florida from tobacco-related illnesses. The Tobacco Prevention Program offers services that contribute to preventing or reducing tobacco use. A number of programs such as Let's Move Volusia's Youth, Pay-CH, and Achieve work with community partners to develop and implement strategies to improve the health of our community, especially in high-risk areas. The Volusia County Health Department is a state agency with a number of funding sources, including federal, state, county, and grants. The Health Department's administration is supported by the Business Office, Human Resources, Public Information Office, Information Technology, Facilities, and the Northeast Consortium Legal Office. The Volusia County Health Department is conveniently located in Daytona Beach, New Smyrna Beach, DeLand, and Daytona. Prevent, promote, protect. We are the Volusia County Health Department. We are public health. For Volusia Magazine, I'm Stephanie Strong, Public Information Officer for the Volusia County Health Department.
If you have any questions about this or any other health-related issues, you can always log on to volusiahealth.com. And now it's time to head into the studio to join Community Information Director Dave Byron for a chat with Health Department Director Dr. Bonnie Sorensen.
Well, thank you, Emma, and hi, everyone. You know, in an effort to cultivate younger customers, tobacco companies are offering new products with attractive packaging, catchy names, and sweet flavors. For health officials like our studio guest today, the war on smoking has taken on a new and, frankly, a deceptive battle. With us in the studio today is our Health Department Director, Dr. Bonnie Sorensen, who's leading an awareness campaign designed to educate young people on the dangers of these new tobacco products. Dr. Sorensen, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much, Dave.
This is, it's a fascinating story, really, when we're going to show some of the packaging and that sort of thing. But before we get into that, let's talk about the statistics on tobacco product use in general. You know, in my entire lifetime, there's been this effort to try to reduce the number of smokers and to amplify the health hazards caused by nicotine and all of that sort of thing. And it just makes me wonder, are we making any progress?
We definitely have made progress, and
Right.
as you mentioned, for a couple decades, actually, there's
Right.
been a sort of an anti-tobacco campaign going on
Right.
across the country. It used to be very normal to smoke in restaurants, smoke in airplanes, smoke in hospitals.
Right. Sure.
But over the last 20 years, that's been reduced. And it used to be that almost 40% of the population actively smoked, but it's
Right.
down to around 20% of adults now are habitually smoking.
And doesn't it seem, Dr. Sorensen, that probably one of the biggest factors of this is not so much that it's unhealthy, but it ain't cool? You know, in other words, as I was growing up, it seems like everyone smoked, and when you watch the movies, people were smoking.
Sure.
But today, it's not so cool to smoke, which is a good factor.
And that's really been what the campaign, the tobacco prevention campaign, has been about, trying to change the culture, change the social norm from being cool to being no longer cool.
You know, obviously tobacco products are unhealthy in a number of different ways, but of course they also contain nicotine, which is very addictive, and it seems to me that these products that we're going to talk about targeting younger people are really probably designed to get young tobacco users hooked, if you will.
Exactly. The addiction, 90% of smokers, current smokers, really became addicted before they turned age 18.
Right.
So the tobacco companies know that the younger folks are particularly susceptible to becoming hooked on tobacco products, and therefore hence the marketing towards the youth to get them started on candy-flavored tobacco products,
Right.
and hopefully eventually they'll move to becoming lifelong users.
Well, let's now talk about what you're talking about, these tobacco products. They're not really classified as cigarettes per se. What are we talking about? How do you describe this?
Yes, it's illegal, prohibited for the tobacco companies to market candy-flavored cigarettes.
Right.
But the prohibition is only about cigarettes. They can market any other tobacco product that has not only nicotine in it, but tobacco, and they can make it candy-flavored and flashy-looking as
Right.
long as it's not called a cigarette. So we're seeing cigarellos, we're seeing blunts, we're seeing cigars, we're seeing snuff packages, we're even seeing mints that look like candy being marketed, and they are full of nicotine.
And let's talk about some of the catchy names. There, a lot of them relate to like fruit flavors and
Peppermint twist and limeade and dreamsicles and cappuccino, even some alcohol sounding names.
And I would presume that the flavor in these products disguises the tobacco nature of them, and I guess it can lull younger people into thinking they're really not harmful.
Right. Not only does the candy flavoring take away a little bit of the toxic roughness of tobacco flavor, but it's perceived, those candy flavored products are perceived by the youth as being safe.
Right.
They're not perceived as being toxic because they are candy flavored and they are very attractively packaged.
And we got to be clear, I mean, these are perfectly legal products. There's nothing that the tobacco companies are doing that is illegal, not just to produce them, but those vendors that are selling them. It's all perfectly legal.
Yes, the tobacco companies will claim that these candy-flavored tobacco products are marketed towards adults, but most adults who are addicted to nicotine and tobacco would not be attracted to candy-flavored snuff or candy-flavored cigarettes.
Now, as a doctor, are you saying that the health risk with these products is just as great as it is with like cigarettes and cigars?
It is just as great, and it's shocking to hear from the youth that they're very aware of these products, whereas the adults, parents, and teachers don't even know they're on the market.
Right.
Many of the children, when we ask them, have already tried these products. So it's a disaster waiting to happen.
And one of the things that kind of surprised me was that one of the products that you were talking about, I guess it's like a chew type product. I guess they've taken the need to spit.
Right.
And that's kind of a
right.
uncool thing to do. And
that's a very popular product called snus, S-N-U-S. It's tobacco that's in a pouch, and the pouch is designed to put under the upper lip rather than the lower lip, so it's not as apparent, and it doesn't cause any salivation, so there's no need to spit.
Wow.
So it's like spitless snuff.
Wow, unbelievable. So it was my understanding that the tobacco lawsuit in the state of Florida, and of course Surgeon General, U.S. warnings and so forth, it was my understanding that advertising was limited on tobacco products. Is there any prohibition or limit on the advertising of these types of products?
The FDA is responsible for limiting the advertising, and they, in 2009, prohibited the marketing of candy-flavored cigarettes. They are now looking at these other candy-flavored tobacco products, but it'll be years before any prohibition will be really accomplished.
So obviously the Volusia County Health Department is trying to do something about this, and I guess generally what you're trying to do is to spread awareness of these products. I know recently you were before the Volusia County Council, and they vigorously, unanimously endorsed your efforts in the form of a resolution. So what's taking place in Volusia County? What are you doing?
Well, as you mentioned, really raising awareness amongst parents and grandparents who aren't even aware that these products are being marketed is one step.
Right.
Obviously educating the youth as well that these are candy flavored but still toxic and are still able to addict youth for their life. As you know, the federal government is now going to add pictures to cigarettes.
Right.
They know that the youth are susceptible to these products, and they know youth are susceptible to cigarettes as well because they think they're cool, and they're going to have very gross pictures put on these packages really to try to appeal to the youth.
Is there any legislative effort in Florida or on a national basis to try to clamp down on this?
The state has a law that basically says only the state can regulate tobacco products in Florida.
All right.
And the legislators, as they hear about these new tactics by tobacco companies targeting youth, will be interested, have been interested, and they are trying to change the law at the state level to allow locals to regulate tobacco or have it actually regulated at the state level.
And again, speaking to the parents out there, again, part of the effort to try to educate them. As I understand it, Dr. Sorensen, these products generally are not found within your big box grocery stores, but are really more found in like convenience stores, that kind of thing.
Yes, we have over 250 corner stores, convenience stores, gas stations in Volusia County, and our students working against tobacco have gone in to see what's being sold, and 100% of them sell one or more of these products.
And are you supposed to be 18 to buy these products?
Yes, youth are not allowed to purchase them directly, but obviously youth get what they want.
Well, Dr. Sorensen, I want to thank you for sharing the information. This is, as I viewed it, a new twist on the war on tobacco. And you know, when our viewers take a look at the packaging and the naming on this, they'll get the connection. So thanks for sharing the information with us today.
Thank you.
Our guest today, Dr. Bonnie Sorensen, Director of the Volusia County Health Department. And with that, Amber, we'll go back to you.
Thanks, Dave, and thank you for watching Volusia Magazine. If you have any questions about our program, just give us a call at any of the numbers you see listed here, or you can log on to volusia.org. You can also watch the show online. Just go to volusia.org and click on the Volusia Magazine icon. And we hope you won't forget to listen to Volusia Today, Volusia County Government's public information radio broadcast. Volusia Today airs every Tuesday and Sunday mornings on the local radio stations you see on your screen. And finally, we'd like to invite you to the next Volusia County Council meeting, which is scheduled for Thursday, April 5th at 9 a.m. Public participation is welcome. For Volusia Magazine, I'm Amber Patterson. Have a great evening.